Hello, my curious people. How many times have you heard the phrase, "Don't judge a book by its cover"? Too many, right? Well, the beautiful Sofia Vergara must have heard the same thing many times, because I imagine it can't be easy for her to judge the participants of America's Got Talent, though her reasons are a little different. Has it been hard for the public to get used to her participation? How did Sofia become a judge on one of the most popular programs on American television? Stay with me to find out all about the actress, but before we continue, don't forget to turn on the notifications and subscribe to our channel. And yes, you've heard right. A few months ago, in the midst of the chaos caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, it was announced that the Barranquilla Colombian woman, born on July 10th of 1972, would join the panel as a judge on the 15th season of America's Got Talent, along with Heidi Klum, Howie Mandel, and Simon Cowell. That was wonderful news for the actress and model since she had just finished recording the last season of the successful series of Modern Family. And we all know that continuing to work makes a difference, even more so in these turbulent times when unfortunately many people have lost their jobs. I sincerely hope that none of you who are watching have been in that situation. But going back to Sofia being the new addition to the judging panel, how did the fans of the production react when they heard the news? Well, the truth is that the vast majority of them took it in the best way and were very excited. Others did not miss the opportunity to comment, more as a joke than with bad intentions, that it would be difficult to understand the actress because of her accent. Now, calm down. Like I said, it's just an old joke that has accompanied Sofia for a while, and the actress herself often pokes fun at it, saying that sometimes she even doesn't understand herself. Anyway, what is not a joke is that by joining Heidi, Howie, and Simon, the Colombian woman became the first person of Latin origin to do so, a pioneer in other areas as well. And since we've already mentioned the controversial British man, unfortunately Sofia was not lucky enough to share the panel with him for long. A few days ago we learned that Cowell had suffered a spinal injury after a bicycle accident, so he had to have emergency surgery. The mishap occurred in the critic's own home while he was testing a bike that he had just bought. If you want to know more details about Cowell's accident, then be sure to check our video that we have on the topic by clicking on the link above. Though it's not the first time that he's suffered an injury of this kind, because in October of 2017, he had quite a nasty fall in his own home, and according to what was published in Variety magazine, Cowell had been feeling sick that day, and when he woke up, he was dizzy in the middle of the night, so he decided to go down for a cup of hot milk, passed out and fell backwards, and he was making his way up the stairs. And on this occasion, Simon himself tweeted that his thanks to the fans for their messages and good vibes. For that reason, a few days ago, one of Simon's workmates shared a video in which she shared with all of her fans and fans of the show and how much she misses her work partner. Of course, we're talking about the beautiful Heidi Klum here. And in the recording, the model and now also AGT judge showed Cowell's mobile dressing room and sent him her best wishes for a speedy recovery, as well as letting him know how empty and sad everything feels without him. But what did Sofia say about her partner's absence? Well, a few days ago, she gave an interview to People magazine in which she said that this is a completely new experience for her in many ways. And not only is she the first Latina judge to be on the panel for the famous show, but she also had to adapt to the new faces that have to join the production precisely because of the accident that Simon left out. So during the talk, among other things, the actress said, "For me, this is completely new. This is my first time as a judge, so I can't compare it to anything I've done before. It's been wonderful to have all these judges invited, but I can't deny that I miss Simon very much. I wish he was here. Since this is totally new to me, I really enjoy it when he's with us. I mean, Howie and Heidi are great, but he's the boss." But the unfortunate events that have not only affected the production of the show, but like all of us, I mean, this pandemic has meant that recordings had to have been modified. In fact, due to measures to reduce the number of infections in the US, the country with the most of them, by the way, I mean, the AGT sessions have had to have been recorded without any audiences present. And at this point, I don't know whether that is more or less stressful. I mean, with the audience, they will always cheer or clap or give some kind of reaction. But like with the few judges, it's incredibly quiet, and Sofia also gave her point on the subject, saying, "It was a little frustrating at first. I felt like I had been robbed of the opportunity to experience and learn from this new project in my life. I thought we couldn't finish recording the whole season, but that's why I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of this program now. It seems that despite being a completely new experience for the Colombian, her participation and performance as a judge has been amazing, since both the public and the rest of her colleagues have received her in the best way. And the truth is that due to the precisely and the connection that Sofia has managed to establish with the fans of the show. And in fact, in the same interview with People, the actress stated the following: "I try to be as honest as possible and express exactly what each participant makes me feel, because I try to give the voice to the people who are watching the program from their home. That's what I try to do. I try to have fun and be honest with the team and say what I like and I don't like." But wait, I'm here telling you all about the new and exciting project of the beautiful woman, but how did she get to this point in her life? As I mentioned before, Sofia was born in Barranquilla, Colombia 48 years ago. I know, she must have had some great genetics, right? Well, that, and she takes good care of herself by eating healthy and hitting the gym pretty hard. But fortunately, her family was always well off because her father raised cattle, and for that reason, since she was a child, Sofia was able to study in private bilingual schools, and it is thanks to that she speaks English perfectly, though with that famous accent of hers that we've already talked about. Sofia was always very intelligent, but on top of that, she possesses an undeniable beauty that soon caught the attention of the big shots in the modeling industry, and thus she got the opportunity to move to Miami. Once she settled in the United States, she began to appear on some Latino television programs, and quickly her beauty and charisma gave her the great popularity, certainly among the Spanish-speaking audience. Unfortunately, the following years were to be marked by the family misfortunes such as the death of one of her brothers and the deportation of another of them, as well as the kidnapping of her father. And in addition to that, in 2000, she was diagnosed with thyroid cancer and had to undergo emergency surgery. But it was not until 2011 when she decided to speak about this issue, and in her own words, so as to not generate morbidity and harassment from the press. We have already mentioned that Sofia, besides being intelligent and charismatic, is also a very beautiful woman. However, the bitter family problems and her health complications have not been the only issues in her life. The truth is that in love, she also didn't have it that easy. I mean, the part of the story that began in 1991 when Sofia married her great childhood love, Joe Gonzalez, and in 1992 the couple welcomed little Manolo, but sadly the marriage didn't work out and they decided to separate a year later. Now get ready, because what I'm about to tell you next will most likely surprise you. Are you ready? It turns out that as smart, charismatic, and beautiful as she is, it took Sofia no less than 19 years to get back into a serious relationship. Yes, I said 19. It was in July of 2012 when she got engaged to her then partner, American producer Nick Loeb. However, that relationship didn't work out either and they separated in May of 2014. But then again, disappointments in love are one thing and success in professional worlds are quite another, don't you agree? We say this because in 2009, the successful series of The Modern Family was released, which ended up consolidating Sofia in the minds of not only Latino, but also English-speaking audiences. And in addition, 2 years later in 2011, she launched her clothing line, and already too close on a positive note, 3 years after that, in 2014, she also launched her jewelry and perfume collection. They say that one success calls for another, and we say this because with all her new projects developing in the best way possible, the same year that she broke off her engagement with her former partner, Sofia started dating actor, producer, and director Joe Manganiello. They got engaged in December of 2014, and finally, just 1 year later in November of 2015, they were married in Palm Beach, Florida. But her successes are not limited to finally founding her love in Manganiello's arms or to the sales of her clothes and accessories. Due to her character of Gloria Delgado in The Modern Family, Sofia was nominated for an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and a SAG Award. And if they thought that the actress was keeping it all to herself, then they were wrong. She has a very charitable soul because, according to the information from the official site of AGT, Sofia joined forces with Kiva, the first microwave lending website, in order to collect $50 million to counteract the misfortunes left so far by the global COVID-19 pandemic, particularly in the most vulnerable and marginalized sectors of society. So besides being intelligent, charismatic, and beautiful, Sofia is also quite good-natured, wouldn't you agree? Did you know that side of the actress? Or do you like her performances so far on AGT? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, please like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.